Hello everyone, this is Easy from MSLumiaBlog.com and I've got here the Nexus 5X. I'm going to do a quick unboxing, first impressions. Stay tuned. So you guys probably wondering why I've got a Nexus 5X here. I'm more of a Nokia Windows Phone person, but got a little impatient waiting for the Lumia 950 or 950 XL. Decided to give the Nexus 5X a go. Probably rock this device into the 950 whenever Microsoft decides to release it. Just going to give this a quick ride and see how it compares to Windows devices, and later on give you a nice comparison video between the 5X and the 950 or the 950 XL. Really haven't decided yet which one I'm going to get, but quickly, this is the packaging. Just got this out the mail. As you can see, it has a nice this is totally unnecessary with the paper wrap around the box. Not really eco-friendly there. This should easily have been printed on the actual box here, because now this is just has a nice X endorsement there. So that is the boxing there. 5X brand, the X symbol, and the phone at the side. Have your information right there. Moving on, we go into the phone. Just gonna break the seal quickly. Pop this open. And so you've got your quick guide, cardboard again, more wasting up paper. This could have easily been printed on the plastic wrap here. So this is just a quick way showing you how to charge the device, how to open up the SIM tray. There is no micro SD card slot, so all you've got is the SIM card tray there. Shows you the power button, and that's pretty what is on the cardboard here. Excuse me if I'm being highly critical, but just trying to give my best opinion here. And that is the device already lights. First thing I noticed. Put that on the side. You have your wall charger. As you can see, it is the new, see if I can focus there, the new USB Type-C connector. Has the typical LG brand. So this is really LG's follow-up to the highly successful Nexus 5 that came out 2 years ago, I believe in 2014. So then you have your, I'm just going to pry this open real quick. Your USB Type-C cables, reversible, bi-directional. You can plug it anywhere you want. The phone does offer fast charging. What else is in the box? You have your free trial, 90 days trial for Google Play Music. This, however, is only eligible for new users. So I already have, I don't know how that works exactly. I'm not sure if I've already registered with Google Play Music. I'm not really sure. Probably find out in the coming weeks, days. You have your SIM card tray key right there, and probably a lot of literature, warranty stuff in multiple languages. As you can see, it's probably English, French, and Spanish, I believe. Yeah, I put that back in there, and that is really what's in the box. There's really nothing else. I have no idea what this was for, but that is really it's. I mean, I'm used to unboxing Lumia devices, and compared with this is just a lot of paper, which means a lot of trees being cut down, but I'm not trying to be a hippie. So I'm not really concerned about that. I'm going to stack this up away. And we dive into the phone. So it is wrapped in plastic, which is now the norm for new phones today. Just going to release this. And there is your Nexus 5X. It's already lights, already feels good in the hand. Nice matte finish, polycarbonate there. 2015 is a year where we saw a lot of metal and premium metal aluminum phones, from the iPhone 6 to the what other phone, HTC. So it's nice to see a nice flagship going plastic, premium plastic, polycarbonate. The Lumia 550 also would be rocking a polycarbonate back cover. Straight up looking at the device, it does have a 5.2-inch screen, as you can see right off. The battery is non-removable. Back cover is also non-removable. On the side here, there is your nano SIM card slot. You can use the key to pop that open. On the top, you have a microphone. On the right side, you've got your power button. It's there, you can notice, and your volume rockers, and that's about it. There is no physical camera button there. At the bottom, I'm usually not a fan of the 3.5 millimeter audio jacks being at the bottom. I prefer them being at the top. I have seen people who prefer them at the top or bottom, doesn't really matter, but personal preference, I'm a fan of those being at the top. At the bottom also is your USB Type C. As you can see there, reversible. This is probably going to be the norm starting 2016 with flagship devices. Are pretty much going to rock this new USB Type-C connector. The main features of that new port standard is the fast charging and how versatile it is. You can pretty much use it with anything. Transfer rates are really high when using as a data cable. At the front, you have your dual speakers, I believe. The stereo speakers up here, and there is also an LED notification, red, green, blue LED notification light here. And you have your front facing camera, and you can see your proximity sensor. I don't know if you can see this here. The camera at the back has your typical LG brand and your large Nexus, as is traditional with all Nexus branded phones. This circle right here is your fingerprint scanner. This is my first biometric phone. There have been a lot of fingerprint phones out there with the S6 and the iPhones and the rest of it. You have your dual LED right there also. And the camera here is a 12.3 megapixel camera. On the front, this glass is all Corning Gorilla Glass 3. Really shocking. Thought that would be 4. 2015, Gorilla Glass 4 was launched, but I guess Google is trying to save some of its top features for the Nexus 6P. What else? So, got your fingerprint scan at the back there. The camera can record 4K in 30 frames per second, and you can also record 1080p in 60 frames per second. The front camera here is a 5 megapixel camera, also records in HD. It is powered by the Snapdragon 808 and also has a graphics chip, Adreno 418. It's a hexa-core 64-bit processor in it with the 808. And the memory, shockingly, is a 2 gig RAM memory. This is the 32 gig version of the Nexus 5X. It does come in the 16 gig, but it's always advisable not to get the 16 gig, especially if you're a heavy user, download a lot of apps, media. Your best choice is the 32 gig, especially when there is no support for a micro SD card slot here, which is really not a good thing. But then again, for the price of the device, that kind of makes a lot of sense. The weight, it weighs about 136 grams. The battery, I'm really disappointed. It is a 2700 milliamp battery in here, but it does come with fast charging, so you can charge it for 10 minutes, and that 10-minute charge would ideally last you almost 4 hours of use from a 10-minute charge. That is what Google is advertising on this website. I probably would give that a try, give that a go when I use this in the upcoming weeks. Device rocks all the bands. I'm going to turn this on. You have your LTE band, CDMA, so you can use it virtually on any carrier in the US. And yeah, that is really a good summary of what the Nexus 5X has to offer. So just turn the device on, prompted to put in my SIM card. But real quick, gonna do a size comparison between the iPhone 6s, the Samsung S6 here, and I've been rocking a Lumia 640 the past few weeks. So this is how they measure. This is a 5.0 inch screen. This is a 5.2. This is I believe a 4.7. Not really sure what the iPhone 6 has. The S6 also has a 5.2 inch screen, but its whole footprint is way smaller than the 5X. As you can see, it fits right into it, but has smaller bezels on the side. So the screens are virtually the same size there, as you can see. But I think the 5X is slightly wider. I'm not sure. On the sides, the 5X is thicker than the S6, and obviously it is thicker than the iPhone 6s. Putting against the Lumia 640, they look about the same thickness, but the 640 is shorter, as you can see there. So just a quick size comparison between some of the major players on all platforms, at iOS, Android, and Lumia phones, the Windows phone. Okay.